Sairam. So today, the 30th of
Yeah,
December 24, right? And today we are taking up a topic which is Mahakumbh Mela, which is starting from the 13th of January 2025 and goes on till 26th of February 2025, starts on Makar Sankranti Day and concludes on Mahashivratri. Now, what is Kumbh Mela? What is the significance of Kumbh Mela? How did it start? Where did it start? And what is the Puranic narrative? And what is the narrative of the Shastras? And which are all the places which are where the Mahakumbh Mela is held? And what is the mandala of Mahakumbh Mela? How does it happen? What is the calculation? What is the significance? So now we talk about what is Kumbh Mela. Mela is two words. Kumbh Mela is two words. We know one is Kumbh and then Mela. We all know what is Mela. Mela is a festival. Mela is the congregation of people, and it's a festivities of people who collectively celebrate. That is a Mela. What is Kumbh Mela? So now it becomes a little intriguing. As per the Puranas, when the Samudra Manthana, in order to get the nectar or the Amrit, the Samudra Manthana takes place. The churning of the ocean, sea, takes place, during which lot of things come out. Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow, the conch of Lord Krishna or Mahavishnu. Likewise, lot of things come out of Samudra Manthana. Lot of auspicious things come out. Positive things come out. Finally, what comes out is nectar or the amrita in a pot. That pot is called kumbha. The container in which the nectar is stored is called the kumbha. So once the Kumbh Mela in that the nectar comes, sorry, in that Samudra Manthana or the churning of the ocean happens and the nectar comes out in a pot. The fight between the Daivas and the Danavas, the people, the good and the bad. Danavas are the demons, Devas or the Suras or the positive, like, people from the heavens, like Indra and his whole army of followers and everybody. That is a Daivagana and Danavagana. They start, they clash to claim the ownership of this nectar, celestial nectar, the Amrita. Once you drink that Amrita, you become immortal. So, and all your sins are washed. You become completely immortal. So then the fight begins between Danavas and the Devas. So when this friction happens, Mahavishnu, who is the equalizer or the balancer or the Layakarta of this worldly existence, Mahavishnu takes the form of a Mohini. Mohini means a beautiful, voluptuous lady. Mohini means the one who can hold on or capture your moha. Moha is the attachment, the lust, the love in this context, the attraction. So the attraction is the right word. Mohini is the one who make sure that people forget whatever they are doing and they get attracted to her. So Mahavishnu comes in the form of Mohini, and everybody are looking at the Mohini, the Danavas and the Daivas. That's when Mahavishnu, in the form of Mohini or the guise of Mohini, he picks up this Kumbha and heads towards the heavens so that there is no clash. So he just, as he goes towards the heavens or the Vaikuntha, few drops fall on the earth. Which are those four places, few drops which falls is Rishikesh, not Rishikesh, Haridwar, Haridwar, Ujjaini, uh, Nasik, and Prayag. Four places this nectar from the Kumbha falls. So those places which are the confluence of some rivers, like this, in Prayag it is Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, which is in Prayagraj or Allahabad earlier, what it was called as, like in Nasik, in Ujjaini, and in, you know, uh, Haridwar. So we have confluences of rivers. So those became very holy places. And on that particular season of Kumbh Mela, anybody who takes a holy dip in that water, their sins are washed and they attain immortality. This is the popular belief system. So, based on this, everybody started converging at these places every 4 years. But as per Puranas again, for Mahavishnu to reach from earth to heavens, it took him 12 days. And as per Puranas, in the Daiva Kala Jnana, that is divine clock, Daiva Kala is 1 day is equivalent to 1 year. 1 day of Brahma's life or Brahma's calculation is equivalent to 1 year. So, reaching Vaikuntha, Vishnu takes 12 days. Those 12 days is equivalent to 12 years. During those, excuse me, 12 years of travel, this Amrita falls in four different places. That is why every 4 years there is a Alpa Kumbha Mela in different places, Mahakumbha at some places. But the Purna Kumbha, Purna Mahakumbha happens once in 12 years at Allahabad or Prayagraj. So that is the Pauranic narration of Mahakumbh Mela. Now, is it true? Like, Samudra Manthana happened, and then, nectar came out after so many things, celestial things came out, and subsequently the nectar came in a pot or a container, and Vishnu took 12 days to reach from that place where the Samudra Manthana happened to Vaikuntha, and few four drops got sprinkled or fell from that container, and all these things are fine. It is a Pauranic narrative. Now, coming to Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, not Samaveda, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, and Atharvana Veda has explained very clearly about the significance of Kumbha. There are a specific time, basic from the day of Shankranti, as per the Vedic calculations, and which is very clearly mentioned in Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Atharvana Veda. These three Vedas are have very explicitly spoken about the importance and significance of Kumbh Mela, where you take the holy dip in the rivers, confluences of certain rivers. What does Veda say is during those times, when you take a Shahi Snan, or in other words, you take a dip in these, confluences, places where the confluences of rivers happen, all your dushkarmas, all your karma phalas, all your rinas and rinanabandhas get washed away. Nothing remains. And the moha, the attachment towards your physical self, also gets washed away. When this everything gets washed away, when you don't have any attachment to your physical body, because it's the only the body which dies. It's not we are eternal. The aham is eternal. So hence it's a metaphor when they say that you will have immortality in Puranas. When they say in Shastras, what it means is, what it goes on to say is that you have no desire or an attachment towards your body. Once you don't have any attachment to your body, you are definitely immortal. You have identified yourself as a conscience, the soul, or the Brahman, the Aham, the Atman. So when you have identified yourself as an Atma, Atma which is eternal, you are immortal. You have no birth again. All your rinas, rinanabandhas, all your karmas, karma phalas, everything is washed. This is the reason the Vedas advocated the dip in the holy Ganges or any of the rivers which where the Kumbh Mela happens during that season. Now, all these things, if we have to explain to a common man those days, it would have been very difficult. So they made it very simple and they said, okay, Mahavishnu carried the pot of nectar and on his waist and few drops of amrita. The nectar fell, and then those places once in 4 years it Alpakumbha happens and Mahakumbha once in 12 years, and that is it. You go take a dip, you get moksha. So made it very simple. But otherwise they had to explain the whole philosophy, the entire of it. Hence, they made it in a Puranic story. Puranas are not bad. Puranas, of course, are story types, but basically their objective is to achieve the easiest way and path to educate or bring people from darkness to light. That is the purpose of Puranas. But fact is, this is what actually happened. Now, how did it start? Now, if you go back, even the Samudra Manthana is nothing but Sankhya Shastra. What we are doing now is Manthan, Chintan Manthan. What is Chintan Manthan? Is to churn, just to churn. What is right? What is wrong? What are the perceptions? In my view, what is right according to you is wrong. What is wrong in your view is right to me. So these are all the conflicting opinions about situations, life, the society. So when the positive thoughts and negative thoughts, when they come together and when you start churning them, put everything together and start churning them, then comes the nectar of truth. The nectar of truth, the ultimate reality. So that is the actual significance of this churning of this Samudra Manthana. What we as Avadhutas interpret it as. Factually, did the Samudra Manthana happened or not? I do not want to comment. I would prefer to reserve my comments on it. But factually speaking, the Chintana Manthana, what is right and what is wrong? Is this right? Is this wrong? One of the most important thing is the Gaya, Maharshi Gaya, who was defined as Rakshasa Gaya. So his opinion about God, the creator, all pervading, was also a part of Chintan Manthana. Who is he? He is the creator, so he is responsible for all the good and bad things which are happening in the world. So there is no karma which is attached to me, it is he. A lot of things happen. So end of the day, the churning of thoughts and what comes out of it is the pure meaning, the truth, ultimate truth. That is Kumbh Mela. That is the Amrita, the nectar. This is the logical explanation and understanding for Samudra Mantana. From there, the nectar which came. So that nectar which came is again the truth, ultimate truth. Truth and the path to salvation or path to liberation from the clutches of life and death will happen during this season. It has astrological significance also. So during this season, this between the Shankranti and Shivaratri, Mahashivratri, whoever takes a dip in the confluences where the Kumbh Mela happens, they are liberated from the clutches of karma phala, runa, and they are devoid of moha, the attachment to the physical body, and they identify themselves as Atman. That is why they are called as immortals. So this is the truth. And does this happen? Yes, it happens. My own experience, I'll narrate it in some other on another occasion. Mahakumbh Mela is one of the most significant, one of the most liberating, path or liberating experience, the path to liberation for sure, attending Kumbh Mela and taking the holy dip, right? Now, when it comes to Kumbh Mela, which is being, observed and in multiple places, one is Mahamandala of Kumbh Mela. What is Mahamandala? Mandala of Kumbh Mela. It is 12 Mahakumbh Melas. Mahakumbha happens once in 12 years. So when 12 Mahakumbha happens, it is a very rare occasion. We probably once in two lifetimes is what one can, if they are lucky, they can, get an opportunity to participate in. That happens once in 144 years. That 144th year is 2025. This coming year, that is day after tomorrow onwards. So that is Mandala completed Mahakumbh Mela, one of the most significant. What is the significance of Mandala? This has purely astrological narrative. It has got complete astrological understanding where all the planetary positions, I don't want to dive deep into it because I am not equipped to talk about the planetary positions in astrology with authority. So, whatever the reasons, the planetary positions are aligned in such a way in every 144 years that this Mandala Mahakumbh Mela, which happens, the energies which flow from the celestial world, the cosmic realms, to these places is unimaginable. The experiences are too deep and profound. The descent of the Chaitanyas. We are not believers of heaven and hell for sure. There is no special place called heaven or there is no special place called hell as per our, even as per Shastras. So, but there are realms. Certainly, there are realms. There are cosmic realms. There are astral realms. There are realms, whether we accept or not. The Atmas, the evolved souls, the sadhus, the siddhas, the yogis, the avatars. The Mahan yogis for time immemorial, sadhakas who have gone way beyond, above and beyond, and they are in that form of an individual consciousness, conscience, just for the sake of the mankind, just for our sake, so that we evolve and dissolve. Eternal navigators of for the humankind from darkness to light, they all descend. They all descend in physical form, in one way or the other. Certainly, we know about Gyanaganj, Siddhashrama, Shambhala, they are all the same, different names. Gyanaganj is the same as Shambhala or Shangri-La or Siddhashrama. I quote Kaviraj. There was a great, author and explorer of spiritual space from Bengal. His name was Sri Kaviraj Ji. He has written the significance of Mahakumbh Mela. Every Chaitanya, the guiding force, which is guiding the whole mankind, the whole universe, being in the Gyanaganj, they all descend during Mahakumbh Mela. There is absolutely no doubt about it. How do you know? Is it something which you just blindly believe? You need to experience it to believe it. It is so profound, it is so deep. You will experience it once you attend the Mahakumbh Mela. So then also, see, Kumbh Melas are so significant. The order of Naga sadhus, we spoke about Naga sadhus in our previous session of Chintan Manthan. The order of Naga sadhus, the Dikshas, are given once in 4 years. The initiation ceremony of Naga sadhus happens once in 4 years at Kumbh Mela. The initiation into the order of Naga sadhu, ashrama, or the way, or the path happens at Kumbh Mela. Why? Is because that is when you have shed your rinarabandha, karma phala, moha towards your sharira, and everything is gone. You have taken a holy dip, then you are disfigured, your head is shaved, and you're completely, stark naked, and that is when the initiation happens for Naga sadhus. And also, they say revival of Mahakumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela happened, and then it was subjected to a lot of commotion in between. So, revival of Mahakumbh Mela is attributed to Sri Adi Shankaracharya, who revived Kumbh Melas and established the 10 akhadas or the ashramas of Naga sadhus. And he established, they were the custodians of the safety of the people traveling to the Holy Lands, and also the organization and conducting of Kumbh Mela was rested on the shoulders of Naga sadhus. And also, we all know, we human beings know to make a mess of whatever good that the divine gives or the nature gives. There used to be conflicts between the Naga sadhus akhadas. There are three Vaishnava akhadas, seven Shaiva akhadas, to take the control of organizing the Mahakumbh Melas and Kumbh Melas. There used to be conflicts and a lot of sadhus have died. There have been wars waged to take control of Kumbh Melas because it is so spiritually significant. People belittle it by saying that, for the economic reasons, they wanted to control the organization of the Kumbh Mela, all the akhadas. But no, it is so spiritually significant, and Naga sadhus are what they are. They don't care about their lives. So There used to be fierce battles that have occurred in the past. The record goes on to say about 8,000 sadhus died in one of the Kumbh Mela wars. So it is not just that, not just the good things that we can talk about. There have been controversies about Kumbh Mela also, right? This is about Kumbh Mela, Mahakumbh Mela, Mandala Mahakumbh Mela. And today, fortunately, in 2025, what we have is Mandala Mahakumbh Mela, which occurs once in 144 years, right? And when it comes to the avatars, they say that, it is a sure certainty that first who will descend is Saptarishis. Saptarishis are the first ones who will descend and stay during the whole period of Kumbh Mela, starting from Shankranti, ending at Shivaratri. Shahi Snan of Kumbh Mela. What is Shahi Snan? Shahi means the grand. Shahi Snan, or the first bath, that bathing is reserved for Naga sadhus. No one other than Naga sadhus can take a first dip. There have been fights and wars which have occurred because between the akhadas of Naga sadhus, that we are the first one who are entitled because the passage is very little. Within that, everybody has to take a dip. So now it is all organized. Every akhada, every Naga sadhu will take the first dip together. So even the conflicts are put to rest. The government intervened, not the post-independence government of the British era. They interfered. The significance of Mahakumbh Mela is so high. Besides all these things, of course, economically highest revenue generator event because this is the world's largest congregation in one season. Largest. It is recorded that 7 to 8 crores, 70 to 80 million people have attended Mahakumbh Mela, which occurs in once in 12 years. So those 70 to 80 million people, 7 to 8 crore people are not fools. Certainly, there is a lot of significance and importance to Mahakumbh Mela. Hence, people attend Mahakumbh Mela and take the dip. What happens is, are you absolved of all these things? Yes. It's like taking a bath, or, it is like cleaning yourself. You have taken a bath and then you have come out of your bath, you're fresh, you've worn the best of clothes, nice, clean, crisp, ironed cloth, you're fine, you're fresh. Again, you get out of the house and fall into the ditch. I'm talking about the kids when they do it. Likewise, all clean, you have taken the dip, you are Ridana Bandhas, karma phalas are all gone. You are reborn literally. You've lost your attachment to the body. You are identifying yourself as an Atman there, completely ascetic, in a state of shunya. Again, you get back to the worldly existence, everything comes back. So, just by going to the Kumbh Mela and taking a dip and coming back and living our mundane life is not going to help us in any way, right? So, this is a little explanation about Mahakumbh Mela. Yeah. Thank you for your patient hearing. Sairams.